Founder of Tuesday Night Project, steering committee member of Vigilant Love, member of Nikkei Progressives and Al-Qaeda. Traci has been presented in hundreds of venues around the country, and their writing, community, and work appears through a wide variety of platforms including NPR, PBS, C-SPAN, Elle.com, The Hollywood Reporter, Entropy, Regent Press, Heyday Books, Tia Chucha Press, Chaparral Canyon Press, and Writ Large Press. Please welcome to the stage Traci Kato-Kiriyama.
After Linda Mabalot, because of Linda Mabalot. This is for the old bloods, the post-young bloods, and the future bloods. Black and white photograph of Linda, surrounded by black and white photographs, in the old VC office, aka JCCC room 309. Donning a blazer, made principally of linen and shoulder pad. Arm outstretched, moving images around the table, centering our histories in her gaze. Eyes on hidden treasure, smile steadfast in knowing. I stare at her picture, placed atop a pyramid of images on the gallery wall. I swear I hear her greeting penetrate the air. How's it? I remember a moment when I witnessed her power, long before I ever heard all the stories of the pioneer who saved VC from vanishing, the earthy, magical visionary who hid at her desk a crystal ball in the form of a bottle of wild turkey or Jim Beam. Or much later, the ghost sage who dropped dimes in random places so we would remember to keep the change going. We were standing in the new office at Union Center. I asked some wide-eyed question about her vision, her plans. I'm looking ahead, she'd say. All the young bloods. Linda circled her finger past my gaze around the entire office. I see the future. I stared at her eyes. I wanted to see what she saw. She was only 49 when she died. She would be 66 today. I never gave her a proper thank you, or bought her a better bottle of bourbon, or made it out for a visit in those final weeks at the hospital. I often tell her thank you when I'm hanging out at VC these days. These days, we say goodbye too often to another and another, so many, too young, too much time, too much before their time, we say, gone far too young. I hang on to a thought that their energies come together to spread out further, and in their death we rise to the occasion of their vision. And maybe we move a little faster because we were a little too slow for them in their time with us here. And before one more passing, including my own, when I shout out to those who are gone from this place, when I give gratitude to Linda, I must say thanks to the ones she left behind on purpose, with purpose. To all those she left behind to keep us moving forward. Hand-plucked into community, hired on intuition, the puzzle pieces to Linda's memory, still here and holding in earthly excellence with names told to me like Cheryl, Kaz, Quentin, Jerome. Veterans still here, names like Susan, John, and Amy. The early Den Mama Cubs, names like Jeff, Callie, Kennedy, Maceo. I will never forget that she once spotted a fresh-faced Frances and how she armed us with a Leslie and was the spiritual spine behind a walking encyclopedia of Asian American cinema by the name of Abe. To the old bloods who still anchor the continuum, to the sibling young bloods, we have sailed well past our youth. To the future bloods, who are pulling it all up and floating us forward, names like Aceel, Traciense, Josen, Kirby, Ashley, Sean. We mourn losses of the great, but I am remiss with their spirit to go another day without sending thank you notes to the living. 4,000 films and 105 billion frames later, I see you. Or maybe I see the Linda in you. The room to which she pointed. Visionaries, one and all. A very full office surrounded by a building in the context of a community networked through the entire city in a web that stretches worldwide. I remember the words of that scratchy throat sage. She saw the future. She knew we'd be fine. I still stare at the still image of her eyes, but can finally see. She was right.